Hi, everybody. Yana Feldman here. I'm an elder law and estate planning attorney in Brooklyn, New York for almost 20 years. Today, I wanted to make a short video and answer a question that I found myself talking about a lot recently. And that question is, why do you practice elder law? And to get into that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my background, on my personal history. I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the families that I've been able to help. And finally, what my hopes are for what I can accomplish through my law practice and working with my clients. So, first, the history lesson. I was fortunate enough to grow up with my maternal grandmother, Sarah, as my primary caregiver. My parents both worked outside of the home, and since I was a year old, my grandmother took care of me. When we immigrated to the United States, my grandmother came with me and my parents, and she lived with us in our first apartment, in our first house, etc. Over time, when I was a teenager, my grandmother began to develop dementia. And the woman who had always taken care of us had to be on the other side now. We had to help take care of her. And going through that process and understanding what being a caregiver is like for a family was very impactful. At the very end of her life, she actually had to be in a skilled nursing facility. And my grandmother did not have any estate planning documents. Now, to be fair, she didn't have any money. That wasn't the issue, but she didn't have a healthcare proxy. And there was some conflict between the staff at the facility and my family about what her wishes would be. And that was obviously very hard to see my mother, her daughter, go through. When I began practicing law, I accidentally stumbled into my first job. I didn't seek it out. And that job was with an amazing attorney who practiced in the field of guardianship law. Contested litigation between family members and neighbors over elders who have developed dementia or were otherwise unable to care for themselves. And let me tell you, those were some nasty, nasty cases. Whenever control and money becomes the issue, it was just like the stereotypical, child custody case. People are throwing punches, they're laying blame. It was really, really rough. And going through that and helping my clients make sure that their loved one received the proper care and support was really a big impact on me. I started to think, what can I do? How can I help people not be in this position? So that brings me to my third point, what I hope to accomplish in my elder law practice. I have seen the stress of caregiving on the caregivers. I have seen the unpleasant conflict amongst families and how that impacts elders when they're in the middle of a guardianship proceeding. My hope as an elder law attorney is to help my clients plan out their futures. I want to be able to help people have dignity and autonomy. People should be able to decide where they're going to live, how they're going to pay for it, and who would make decisions in their place. When I can work with a family and I can walk them through this process of understanding what choices might be coming up and what options are available to them now to eliminate future conflict, that's what I want to accomplish. That's a gift that I can give to my clients and to their children, knowing that although the future holds no certainty, the things that they can control, they've thought about, considered, and made decisions and put them into action. Now, I know that this is not a quick and simple conversation. There are a lot of different factors to think about. In fact, I've provided a free resource that you can get by contacting my office on how to start the conversation and what are some of the topics that you need to discuss. It can be a great tool for working on in your family or as a preliminary step to meeting with an elder law attorney. I've had meetings in my office with family members who say things like, I wish my parents had thought about this. I wish that I didn't have to fight with my siblings because we would all know what my parents' wishes were. My goal is to make sure that you and your family can lay out those wishes and limit, if not eliminate, future conflict in your family. Please contact my office for this free resource. You can download it and print it out, or we can mail it to your home. There are some exercises, talking points to start thinking about your future. And again, as always, if you have any questions, if we can be of any help, please don't hesitate to contact us. Be well.